Welcome back to a brand new video. Today we're checking out our top 5 mods of the week. This video is going to be up really late today because we got a lot of storms going on where I live. Hope you guys are safe. Welcome back to the channel. I'm TBF Gaming. Here we do survival let's plays, mod spotlight, some occasional guides, and we got some videos on some upcoming brand new games that we want to show off soon. Make sure you check those out. Let's get into today's video. Before we get started today, I want to say a huge thank you to everyone that's joined the channel over the last several weeks. You guys have already helped us get close to our goal for our first goal of 2024. We got a lot of them, but our first goal is already here. We thought it would take us 3 months. You guys are absolutely killing it. Thank you so much for that. I do appreciate it. Huge shout out to all the YouTube members and Patron community. You guys make this channel possible. If you're interested in joining that, check out the description down below and consider joining. It does help the channel out a lot. Sometimes you get early access to some things, and you get to yell at me in Discord when I do silly stuff. If there are any mods that you guys want to see in future videos, make sure you put them in the comments down below. I do read every single comment, and I make sure I put all of those suggestions in a giant spreadsheet. I've got a lot of them saved up because you guys have given me some great suggestions, and I will do my best to get to them. Dino mods and maps take a little bit longer, so that's going to take a little bit longer in the future, but I do have a couple of those I'm working on for hopefully this weekend or next. Definitely check those out when they come out. Hey, very last thing, because I try to say this for the mod developer, keep in mind that all these mods are works in progress. They are working their tail off to make it work not only on PC, but on console. It takes a lot of work, and most of these modders have a life, have a job, have a whole bunch of other stuff outside of doing this, and then they also make mods. Definitely go check out their Discords, ask questions. If there's problems with their mods, let them know about the issues, but don't be a jerk about it. Let's get into today's video. Today we're going to check on our top 5 mods of the week, technically 6. You guys know how we do it here. There's always a bonus mod in there. All right, the first 2 mods are by a mod developer named Hyper. It's actually Hypernaturima V2. I'm not even sure how to say that one, but Hyper has done some really cool things, got a ton of mods out there. We're going to check out 2 of them today. The first one is the Loot Grabber. This is similar to the Loot Picker Upper back in ASE. A little bit different functionality, but it seems to work pretty well. We've been testing it out this morning on both PC and Xbox. All the mods we showed today are cross-platform, as we mentioned before, and this is definitely one of them. It worked just fine on Xbox. I don't remember the buttons completely for sure, but I'll try to mention which buttons it is when we check them out. Basically, it allows you to pick things up without actually having to get all the way next to them. You can actually do a couple different buttons instead as you're running by stuff, and it'll automatically pick up stuff for you. This includes loot drops, this includes bags, this includes corpses, beaver dams, you name it. Lots of cool stuff that it'll allow you to do. So let's go ahead and check this out real quick. There's a few things that you need to check out first before you get to it. There's a couple different radio wheels that you can bring up. The first one is, I believe it's the square or X on Xbox, square on PlayStation. You hold that button, it's going to bring up the same one that's for the admin panel, and you can come over here and you can go to the Loot Grabber menu. This will allow you to change some of those settings: loot eggs, loot fecal matter, whether there's a particle on it or not, the pickup range. There's a few other things in there. Those are all on by default, and you can adjust them in your INI as well. Loot items, loot bags. So just depending on how you want to change it. These ones are not going to be checked or unchecked unless we're on a server. We're doing single player right now. So we've got all those. Go ahead and close that out. Now, in order to do this, you got to check out 2 buttons. If you go into your settings, look at these 2 things. Look at your ping, which for me is the middle mouse button. On Xbox, it was either the left stick or right stick when you click it. And then this one down here, which is the defecate button, which I've changed to my G button. I'm not sure which button it is by default on Xbox, but we changed it to our G on our actual keyboard. So now what this is going to allow us to do is if we open this little menu, we can go up here to the loot, picking up loot, and it'll actually pick up loot that's in front of us if it's in a loot bag, or if we get close to stuff, we can hit the G button, and it'll actually pull the items for us. Of course, now it's not working because I need it to. No! Of course. All right, so if you're looking at an item like this, go ahead and tap the G button. It's going to pick that up. So that one works pretty seamlessly. It just, sometimes it doesn't work really well if you're in admin mode. So we've had a little bit of problem with that. But basically, any items that are dropped on the ground, you should be able to pick them up hitting that G button. It should be super simple and seamless. But like I said, I do have problems when I'm logged into admin. But there you go. G button, it gets picked up automatically. All right, this next one is called Hyper's Extras. There's a lot of things in this mod. To include that unicorn right there is added by this mod. There's a ton of things. We've got cosmetics, we've got chibis, we've got a whole bunch of different custom items. There's pets, there's pet items, there's unicorns, a strange wandering dodo. There's also festival prizes. Sometimes you'll find little prizes all over the ground. If we happen to see one, I'll show it to you in a second. All right, so as we talk about this one, there's a lot of things in it. I'm probably going to miss a bunch. I read through a bunch of the description over on the CurseForge page and watched a few videos in the Discord, but I'm definitely going to miss some. Some of the things that this adds, it does add unicorns on the map, a minimum of 10 unicorns on the map at all times. It also adds this guy right here, a strange wandering dodo. This guy can offer you trades. So if you click in here and you have the items that you need, you can trade, like he wants to trade flak leggings for a New Year voucher, or dino wolf paw for some item dust, or vice versa. I'm actually not sure which one. I assume that That's from me, and that's way back. I'm not exactly sure. Maybe I'm giving him that, and he's giving me that. Not exactly sure, but very, very cool. The Strange Wandering Dodo. I actually didn't spawn this in. He just happened to show up right now as we were hanging out, getting ready to record the spotlight. Let's move into the rest of this one. So this, like I said, is Hyper's Extras. There's so much in here. Hyper's done a great job with it. They've got a great Discord, so if you have questions about it or you want to learn more about it, go check out their Discord. That's the best place to get info for any of these mods over there inside the different Discords for all the different mods. So I spawned in most of the stuff. I'm going to miss some things because there's so much in this mod, but let's go through it kind of quickly. One of the things I really like is, if we go cosmetic here, there's this cosmetic trap that I just got done testing out right before we started recording today, and it works on wild dinos if we leave it out for a minute. After a minute, it goes ahead and opens up, and if you lure a wild dino into it, they're going to walk across that, and it's going to spring a trap. Boom. It springs an actual trap right there, so they're locked inside the little bear trap, and it puts this whole thing over it, so now I can go up here and tame this guy. This is such a cool addition. I told you, this mod has a little bit of everything. It's pretty incredible. Let's go check out quickly some of the other things in here. So we've got the trap that we just showed you. There's some cool cosmetic stuff, like you got a giant crystal, some trees, some different light things, as well as these little tiny lights that you can see inside of here. A crop plot. A whole bunch of different benches with a bunch of different functions over here. The first one we've got is the dyes. Put this down, it gives you all the different dyes, so you can color things to your heart's content. This next one is the Cosmetic Ascended Magic Grinder. This grinds up different things that are from in the mod. I think something like that would be something that gets grinded, maybe. I'm not, oh, maybe not. Or maybe it needs power. I'm actually not sure. It says magic, so I assume no power needed. Dino Cosmetics. These are all the different Dino Cosmetics. You put this down there. These are automatically in here. So you can add these to your Dino and make them look even cooler. So something like that there. Go over here and throw this on that poor trapped trike in here. And go like that, and boom. Now we got a tech trike. So just stuff like that. Tons of the different cosmetics that we saw back in ASE. This gives you a super easy way to get that. That is the cosmetic one. Next one is the salsa maker. This is basically any unwanted babies are thrown in here turned into salsa. This one is an admin box. I'll check that out very last. This one is a ascended item eater. This is actually really cool because the things that you throw inside of here, throw that in there. It is a trash can. Click erase. And it's gone now because there's certain items that you can't grind or do anything with. So when you put them in there, they get ground up, and then you see that little magic thing goes around that. Next one is the Cosmetic Ascended. These are the different ones for your player model. There's some really cool ones in here. I'll just check them out really quick to show you. I won't go through every single one of them because there's a ton of them. We'll check out the moose costume. We've checked out the otter and the other ones before, but cosmetic. So if we go like this and apply it to whichever piece, go like that, and we are a moose. Okay, that's his tail. That's his tail. Don't panic. I thought that was bad for a second, but there you go. Just has some really cool cosmetic stuff. Let's go ahead and unequip that, remove skin, and put that back on. Okay, so that's that one. What else do we have here? We've got a few other really cool cosmetics. You've got the actual skin. What's nice is you can put it to any piece of the costume, and then there you go. You have the crazy clown mask plus a little chainsaw. We've got a couple other ones here. We'll go remove skin. This one looks a little bit funny on my character because my character has gained a little bit of weight because we've been using all these mods and not running around as much. So we probably need to get out and exercise. But we'll remove that. But yeah, some really cool ones. I really like a lot of these different models. That is inside of the Cosmetic Ascended. And the last one over here is the Chibi one. You throw this down, it gives you all of the chibis, just a ton of chibis in here, so you can grab one of those and then start leveling those up as your chibi friend. Very, very cool, especially for people that have a little bit harder time unlocking some of those. So that is awesome. And then last but not least, hopefully that's all the pieces in it. There's also little presents and treasure that you'll find as you're wandering around the map that you can use to turn in for items within the mod as well. Let's go ahead and check out real quick the cosmetic box for the admin box. If you're the admin on the server or if you're on single player, you should be able to see this. It has everything in there, and there's so many things in here. I'm not sure if any of these are, if they're craftable at all, or if this just gives you everything, even stuff that you can't normally craft. I'm sure some of these things are made on another bench that I'm just not aware of. But we tried to go look through all the different items on here, but just tons of cool stuff in here. We've got beaver teeth, saber tooth teeth. There's different trophies that you can put up. The silver saber coins, and then we've got actual pets in here. Oh wait, do I have the pets? You know what? Hold on. Let's go like this. We're going to throw down another admin box because I think I took some of those things out when I was testing. So if we go in here now, we can see all the stuff. So we've got pets. So if we go in here, we can click out these. And these are just some different pets that you can apply to your character. They look really cool. We've got something like the otter. Just looks like a normal otter that's in your... Oh, sorry. It goes in the pet slot. So now it looks like a little otter that's on your shoulders. We've got the dragonfly. So it looks like a little dragonfly floating on your back. And when you run, it actually does flap. So very cool. We've got that. And then cosmetics. That kind of shows you all of them. Like they all pretty much, after that, they're kind of the same thing. Just little pets that are either on your back or your shoulders. There's a moss chomps that rides on, right on the directly back of your back. Let's see. What else do we have inside there that's kind of worth showing? Oh, there's a fireball that you can throw. I was looking at that earlier. Where did it go? Here we go. We got a little fireball that we can throw. So we can go like this. And we can actually throw a fireball at things, which is awesome. It actually does pretty decent damage. If we could find something to throw it at, we actually do, there you go, pretty decent damage with this thing. Hopefully my whole base doesn't go crazy. There you go. 214, so basically 300 something damage on that one guy there. So that's the fireball. That's really cool. There's some other weapons and tools. There's also a Ascension portal and a couple other things like that. We've got the New Year's festive pouch. Where is it? It's a portal or a... Oh, there it is. This is the Null Void Rift Generator and the Ascension Altar. Those are the two that I was talking about. This is a huge device here. Check that out. Put that down. This summons special creatures and beasts. So you use items to generate a Null Rift Void. I don't know what you would use for it, but click that, click that. The items offered couldn't retrieve a gift. So maybe you put like coins and stuff in there. I don't know. Let's try it out real quick. Let's go coins. I'm going to grab giant stacks of coins and see if that works. Or maybe we need vouchers. I'm not sure. Go like that. Generate. No. This might not be something that's even ready in the game. I'm not even 100% sure. So I'm probably doing it wrong. It's probably something simple. And then it gives you some really cool stuff. And then the other item that we had here was the Ascension Altar. Put that down. And then this one, inside of here, you can upgrade items. So attempt to improve item. Attempt to supercharge item. Does it work for modded items, or is it talking about unable to improve item? Oh, you must need, maybe you need trophies for it? Not 100% sure. That's really cool, though, man. Just stuff like that. We've just barely started checking out this mod this morning. I think it's got a lot to it. Definitely worth checking out. Hyper's Cosmetics, sorry, Hyper's Extras and Hyper's Loot Picker Upper. He's also got a couple other really cool mods. Definitely go check it out. Let's move on to the next mod. That guy's a little creepy sitting on my back like that. All right, the next two mods we're going to check out, we happened to find both of these this morning. They're pretty much the same mod, but I wanted to show both of them. They both work seamlessly, both on PC and console. The first one is by Quellcrest, and it's called Mouse Saver. The second one is called Auto Muncher by Chris Mods. Quellcrest has a whole bunch of crazy mods out there, like the Dino Seatbelts and some other really cool stuff, whereas the Auto Muncher by Chris Mods, he's also got a bunch of other mods, such as the Awesome Spyglass, Awesome Elevators, and the Auto Ingram. So both these mod developers have been doing a bunch of really good things. I'm going to show just exactly what it does. They're pretty much the exact same thing in terms of function, so I didn't really need to show both of them. Where did my Rex go? Here, we'll just jump on one of these guys. If you're wondering where these Rexes came from, these are from the Shiny Dino mod. Definitely go check out the mod spotlight we did on that yesterday. So let's go ahead and check this out. Basically, this makes it to where if you're sitting there chomping something and you don't want to have to sit there and have to left click over and over again, you can just hold the left click button. I know you have to take my word for it, but I'm just holding it, and it's going to work like that. It also works for the other attacks as well. So if I just hold right click, it'll do the growl over and over again, at least as much as it can. And same with control. If there's a control attack for these guys. What happens if I eat that guy? Does he get mad? Hopefully he doesn't attack. All right, so anyway, so it's just basically the Auto Muncher. It just makes it a little bit easier, especially if you're having to do things where you're just munching on something over and over again, or if you're collecting something over and over. Just makes it to where you don't have to click as many times. But that's the Mouse Saver by Quellcrest and the Auto Muncher by Chris Mods. All right, the other mod that we want to check out today by Chris Mods is the Awesome Elevator mod. I love this mod. It's basically the same mod that we saw back on ASE. It's got 3 different elevators. It snaps to basically just like a ceiling does, and there's no limit to the amount that you can have. It's basically like the Minecraft ones that we played with back in the day, where you jump or crouch to go up and or down. They can be placed, they have to be placed directly above or below each other to actually work. But they don't actually require like line of sight. So we've got one up above us. We've got the one here. All we do is stand on this one, hit the space bar or the A button on Xbox, and then we do the crouch button to go back down, and it works pretty seamlessly. There's 3 different sizes to this. We have that one there, which is the super small one. We have this one over here, which is the medium one. If there's a dino on the platform with you, it does take the dino with you, which is really cool. And then we've got them back here too, so you can see what they look like by themselves. Same exact thing. But if most of the dinos will fit on that one, I was able to take Rexes on this one as well. But there is an extra large one that's even bigger than that one. I think it's a 5x5. This is a 3x3. So the 5x5 would just be one more that way and that way in terms of width. But Definitely really cool. It's just a super simple mod. Awesome elevators by Chris Mods. Chris Mod is the same one, like we said, that brought us the awesome spyglass that we love and the Auto Ingrams and some other really great mods. Definitely worth going to check out that one. All right, the final mod in today's spotlight is Randy's Emporium. This is a really cool little mod. I like this one a lot. This is by Randy Beers. We checked out one of her mods last week. We did a little bit more of a deep dive on some of her other stuff that she has in the CurseForge page. A lot of mods that she's worked on. She's done a lot of really cool things. This one looks like it is a little bit of everything. Has just some really cool, like, small items in the mod. I like this one a lot. They look amazing. The models are great on there. There's also a clear window, one of the few clear windows I've seen in ASA, so very, very cool. Let's quickly check it out. So there's just a couple things in this mod. It's still kind of early in the development. I think there was an ASE version of this that had a whole bunch of stuff in it, but let's go ahead and check it out. We've got, like, the super bonfire. It is absolutely huge. We've got the globe, which is where we actually craft most of the things that are in here. We've got the wooden storage box, which has 100 slots, which is awesome. It just has a really good model to it. This one over here is the preserving trough. That one looks really good. It does require fuel. And let's see, feeding through, preserve longer, add spark powder or angler gel. There we go. So spark powder or angler gel, and then it works just like your normal preserving bin. And then also works as a, preserving bin and food trough. So very cool. Got the little double-sized bed, so you don't have to have that little sad Ark bed anymore. We've got the cooking stove, so you can actually cook all your stuff inside of here. It looks really good. It's a great model. Good job on that one. That looks great. Let's get that out of the way so you can see it. Looks actually got a little fireplace down below. Very cool. There, guys, want to see if it actually has a fire below it. That's a little stuff like that's a big deal to me. Very cool. Just some little animation stuff like that. There's this ladder that you can actually go up and down, which I actually love. It basically works like a normal ramp. It actually works pretty smooth. A lot of times ladders in Ark do not work really well. This is pretty good. This will definitely help you get up and down floors pretty good. Very nice. And then we've got this clear window. I love the clear window. A lot of times the windows in ASA are not clear. You get like the greenhouse ones over there that just look awful. This one looks perfect. Also got a little light. And the last one is the deconstructor, where you actually get 95% of your return on your items, which is really cool. So super simple little mod, but definitely worth checking out. Randy Beers actually has a couple other mods out there that are worth checking out. One we checked out last week, which was Randy's Traps, and another one that's the Randy's Wireless Power Transmitter mod. So some just really cool stuff. Hopefully they keep working on some really cool mods, and I can't wait to see. They need to keep adding to that Traps mod. That might be one of my absolutely favorite mods. But there you go. Randy Beers, she's doing great things. Go check out that mod. I think that's all 5, man. All right, so that's going to do it for today's Mod Spotlight. Since this is the very end, we'll kind of say this real quick here. I don't know if you guys know this, but doing these Mod Spotlights, I've really enjoyed it. It is a big time sink. Sometimes it takes us anywhere from just like, 10 to 20 minutes to do like a simple Mod Spotlight. But some of the more intense mods that take a lot of items to spawn in, searching for the spawn codes, doing other stuff like that, takes a long time. Going into the people's Discords, trying to learn a little bit more about the mod before I jump straight into it. It definitely takes a lot of time, so I appreciate you guys checking out these videos, and I really, really appreciate anytime I see a mod developer in my comments down below and I'm able to see that they commented on a video. I completely geek out. I'm a huge fan of all their work. These modders are taking a game that I love and making it even better. I know there's been a lot of negativity around ASA in general, but I'm loving the game. I know that it's really limited with just the island right now, but modders are making it amazing. I've enjoyed this so much, I can't even begin to tell you how much I've enjoyed all of the mods. It's making me love Ark again, so it's been a lot of fun. Definitely worth checking out the Mod Spotlight we did yesterday on Shiny Dinos. Definitely worth checking out the one today where we checked out Auto Muncher, Loot Picker Upper, Hypers Extras, Elevators, and Randy's Imperium. Randy's Emporium. We nailed that one. All right. Outro complete. I should do a little bit of a longer outro because sometimes I like to talk to you guys a little bit at the end here. In my normal playthrough videos, we get a chance to do that. And in these spotlights, I keep it pretty short and sweet. But I do hope you guys are enjoying it. I really appreciate you guys. It's been absolutely phenomenal.